It's not really an instant reaction, but it's still a reaction. Leeds 1, Brighton 1. You know what? Before we talk about the game today, I need to talk about Leeds fans. And I guess more Jesse Marsh and everything. See, in my opinion, I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, and if this hates Twitter, I hate you. Bielsa's the reason that we're in this mess. People can say what they want about the board. People can say what they want about the players. But when you're seeing and hearing reports throughout the season that Bielsa is rejecting players that the board want to bring in to help the team, that we had a mounting pile of injuries going back to last season because, hey presto, murder ball, Bielsa's training. When you have a man that has a ridiculous man marking system that is antiquated, archaic, mind-numbingly stupid and makes no sense. When you put this all together, Patrick Bamford was one of the fittest players in the Premier League. Now he's made of fucking glass. Yes, I gave Patrick Bamford a compliment that will be my only throughout this entire fucking video. I said to my partner right before I made this that if you think that Bielsa still being at the club is a good idea, you don't love Leeds, you hate Leeds. That is genuinely how I feel. That Marsh is doing the best he can with the remnants of Bielsa's skeleton at this point. And the better Marsh does, the better Leeds do, the more it kills Bielsa's legacy, which I believe we need to do. Bielsa got us back up to the Premier League, yes, but after that he killed the club. We needed a striker 6-7 months ago when I was seeing reports that Bielsa was turning it down. It remains to be seen whether the board care about this club. I'm going to see what they do next season, because to me, Jesse Marsh is more of a manager than a coach. Which I believe is, we'll see a lot more of that next season. Now to the game. That was one of the worst first halves I've ever watched of Leeds United. That was horrible. Brighton could have been 2-3 up early and should have been. I singled out Rodrigo for criticism, I think about 8 times. It could have been more. Thank God we didn't have Ayling. Now if we can sell him, please. I wouldn't even fucking ask for a fee. I would honestly trade Ayling for a box of fucking chocolate chip cookies at this point. Even though I still think Luke Ayling is too cheap a price to pay for chocolate chip cookies. We need a forward so badly, and one of the things that I've said, and this is the one thing that gets me the most. We signed a young striker in January the very second that I saw his age, I was pissed off. We needed a forward for the first team. That was evident for most of the season, but I'm not going to lie. Going forward, I would make Gellert our number one forward. Rafinha and Harrison were playing way too deep. I think Marsh is just... It's going to take time. Says the fan of a club that doesn't have time right now. The second half was much improved. We were attacking, made chance after chance after chance. Klitsch with that chance at the near post. He should have placed it. He didn't. Straight at the keeper. But we have to talk. We've got to talk about that goal. Gellert on the right. That man, even though he's still a kid, the awareness to do that, to lob it over a player's legs and then cross it on the volley, and the awareness of Strout to get there too. I cannot understate how massive of a goal that is, and how that is the moment right there that Gellert became a star. That right there. No one talked about it. I didn't hear anyone on Sky talk about it. But that was the moment right there where Gellert should become our number one striker. He was magnificent all game. The venerable Scotsman returned as James Bond in a video game, which he clearly did not care about, and which he almost certainly did. Rodrigo needs to go. And which, you know what, let's just stop there because I'm depressed already. Firpo needs to go. Ayling just needs to be released. Cut. Pay him what he wants, not that he deserves a fucking thing. Just get him out the club. Burnley were never going to beat Spurs. Everton should have beaten Brentford. Burnley lost to Spurs. Everton lost at home to Brentford and went down to 9 men. Everton are going to be without those two players for the rest of the season. I think the only win from the bottom three is going to come with Burnley. I think they're about to get hammered by Villa, but I think they'll beat Newcastle. I think Everton are going to lose their last two games. I don't see Leeds getting anything out of Brentford. Maybe a point. But there's no reason that we can't win that game. If we play that last game how we played in the second half, we'll beat Brentford. This is the most nervous I've ever been as a Leeds fan, for obvious reasons. Let me know your thoughts on the game today. Let me know your thoughts on what I mentioned about Bielsa. I'm already preparing that I may get some very divisive comments on either side. That's what this platform is for, but let me know. Cheers for now, guys. I love you all.